Oh, me again. I just wanted to talk a minute about the why there is no safe haven when you are a targeted individual. Number one, because people don't believe it exists, right? Why you? Oh, that doesn't happen. Can't you just call the police? Oh, no, that would never happen. Those people would never do that, right? So they don't believe it. It's not in the news every day. Yeah, not in the local paper very often, although it is sometimes. And then of those that do know what's going on, they're afraid to get too close to you because what might happen to them. So you're effectively left with no support. Yeah. And, okay, so you have that aspect. And then you have, like, for example, I've met some people and they're like, oh, you're fine, you're safe with us. Come over here, and I'm like hiding out, trying to process my pain and betrayal and things like that. And so I'm like, oh, all right, I thought to myself, well, maybe going over and seeing people for a minute or whatever will help. So they're like, well, I don't know what's going on, but, here, you want to talk about it? So I started to open up. Oh, no, that doesn't happen. Oh, no. They could never do that. Wait a minute. You just told me I'm safe. How can I be safe with somebody that doesn't even believe that this exists at all? So that's a double whammy because that actually makes people a danger to me, even though they're extremely well-meaning people. The problem is these extremely well-meaning people, because they don't know it exists, well, guess what? Well, I think Christie might be a little mentally ill, she's probably a little delusional and I really care about her. So I think it's in her best interest to, let's force medicate her and try to lock her up. And then we can force her out of believing her reality. Yeah. So, yeah, in fact, I had to remove, there were a couple chicks I went to high school with, and, so we were in and out of touch throughout the years, but got back in touch after I had become a target. And I try explaining it to her, yeah, right, like the eyes like glaze over and, she's living on the house on the hill and married the rich guy and, all the whatever American dream stuff. And so, yeah, during all of this stuff, the stalking, the gang stalking, the slander, the harassment, bombarded with this every day and homeless while disabled, she's telling me, oh, well, I love you, I care about you, but, you should just go get some help. Help? What kind of help? Well, you should get some mental help. Really? So that's the problem. Even with super nice, well-meaning people, your neighbors, your coworkers, whatever, if they don't believe it and don't want to even look it up, predatory gang stalking, look at the evidence that I or some other victim or somebody has, along with a clean mental history, thank you very much, it makes even those people dangerous because you can't actually talk to them about it, right? Without them thinking you're crazy. And then they think they're helping you by ganging up on you, telling you you're crazy and begging you to go take drugs. What, to forget that these things are actually happening? So, yeah. It works on many fronts, and there is no safe place. And even though there's laws against it, And there's laws against stalking, there's laws against all of this. Sorry, but when you're on a list, you can't get help. Even when I was beat over the head with sticks on video with cops right there, did they take a report? No. How about Dave Viking? Remember this when we were shot at? And the cops said it didn't happen? And how many witnesses were there, including both of us? Yeah, cops said it didn't happen. Remember that? Yeah, didn't happen. There's no guns there. Yeah. How many times did they help me with my dead pets on the doorstep? Or the house, the attempted burnings. Well, I mean, there was shit burnt, but the house didn't burn down. But, same thing. Or tires slashed, cars keyed, beat up, false reports, like any of that went. No. Instead, people keep making false reports and I end up getting harassed, and it's designed in such a way anyone else, look, if you have a neighbor and the cops are always at their house or different, you're gonna automatically suspect they're up to something, right? Because cops wouldn't be there if they weren't doing anything wrong, right? Right? Yeah, isn't that what people think? So it's just a matter of the game that you will be ostracized, minimized, alone, with nowhere to turn, nowhere to trust. And what you just saw with Louis and other people along the way, I mean, they send people in your life to pretend that they're your friend. So that's who you go to. That's who you tell everything good, everything bad. And they just keep your dossier and pass it on. And that's how they keep tabs. Oh, is Christie healthy again? Oh, did she finally have money to feed herself and buy some of her prints so she can start making money again? Or, building something for herself? Oh, let's strike again. It's sinister. And if you do know somebody who's going through this, the worst thing you can do is tell them, oh, just forget about it. It's only online. Really? It's only online? It doesn't matter where you move. It doesn't matter where you go. Only online means you will only never, ever be considered for a job or a place to live. Only, right? It's only your life. It's only you that has to eat. I mean, you don't matter anymore because you've already been minimized. There's no safety net. And if your so-called best friend, all the other little ones, whatever, they were just acquaintances, people that got in or whatever, tried to promise whatever, but I always ran. I always found out right away, and I'm like, yeah, fuck this, I'm out of here. A couple got in here or there, but that's what they do. And you can't trust anyone new. And if you're in my life, look, if I can trust you, I'm going to know that. You're not going to have to tell me. If you're telling me, oh, you can trust me, or bullshit, dude. You wouldn't have to tell me. I would know by your actions. The people that use the words all the time, yeah, oh, you can trust me, bullshit. You know why they use those words? To deceive you, to get you to distrust your gut, your intuition, because they probably already know. Your intuition is already red flag, but then they have to, do the nice thing and, oh, you could trust me. And so you start doubting yourself, right? And that's how they get in. So, look, my friends, I know who I can trust. And they never had to tell me I could trust them. Why? Because they already lived it. They are it. They are trustworthy people. Yeah, the ones that say I'll never hurt you. Dude, get ready. Get the armor. The ones that say, oh, I'll take a bullet for you. Aw, dude. Seriously, put on your frickin' heavy metal. You know this. Honest people don't have to tell you they're honest. Only a dishonest person would. Keep that in mind. Everybody needs to know that just for real life, whether you're a target or not. But you also have to keep that in mind, even if you are honest and you're naive or whatever. You can't just force yourself on us like, oh, hi, I'll be your new hero and, come here and I'll keep you safe. And I'll figure that out on my own when I feel it. But you kind of have to understand it's not exactly that easy. How many times have you watched me been set up here? And, I haven't talked about it all. Especially, I wasn't even using this channel. I had the channel that was deleted. Yeah. So, you can't just expect us to just jump in and just trust, anybody, especially somebody who doesn't believe that gang stalking and COINTELPRO and MK Ultra and all these things are real. Like, if you actually believe that the government is serving you and looking out for your best interest, and that people in uniforms don't ever do anything wrong, you're a danger to me and people like me, and there's millions of us. Yeah, check it out. Predatory gang stalking. Thanks. Bye.